All right, gang, we got to work on one of the pillars of industrialization, and that's education. It's 1840. I've been doing this for 4 years. It's time we built some more universities. And, well, in order to do that, I've changed my decree in New York State from uh, encouraging innovation to encouraging construction. And that means I'm going to start building out some more of these darned universities here, all in New York State too. So we'll get some more going there, and then we'll start building in other areas because we do need them in other areas. Um, so what do you say we just drop 5 of them on New York right now, and when they're done, we'll have a brief pause, and then I'll build some in Pennsylvania, and just wherever else I have a construction sector currently going right now. Ohio, that's a good one to build in. I'll build there as well. Uh, how do I know how many I need? Well, if I go over here to the technology bulb here, and yes, I've got a mod that lets me do this, but it's a good mod. Otherwise, you have to go into the technology screen because it doesn't show that to you by default. Then you go over here to your weekly innovation and hover over that, and that will tell you where you try to go. So anyway, I've got 71 innovations every week. I could get up to 124. 124 minus 71 gives me 53. And I look, and I'm getting about 3 per university. Well, 53 divided by 3, it's like 19 or so. Or is it? Or 17. One of them numbers. Anyway, the point being, at 17, that's it, or 18. Anyway, the point being that we need to build a lot more universities to get to our potential there. And otherwise, we're going to be lagging in production or lagging in research. And if we lag in research, we lag in production, we lag in production, we lag in the economically, it's all a mess there. So I'm going to build the 5 in New York. We'll start there, then we'll come back to Pennsylvania. Where do we have our construction? It's always good to review that. Let's hit the plus here and sort. And okay, so we'll build 5 in New York, 5 in Penn, 5 in Ohio, and then we'll look at adding some more construction in Massachusetts, maybe? I don't know. We'll find the next most desperate state there in terms of peasantry, and we'll build there. So let's proceed to that point. Oh, and while I'm looking, I should note Pennsylvania is now peasantless. Mission accomplished. We've built that sucker out. Let's do the same magic in all the other states that have large numbers of peasants. All right, here's something that drove me kind of bananas here. I noticed that I had another shortage of iron. You can see there. And, no. But then I looked at Pennsylvania. Remember how I said there was no peasants there? Well, a lot of jobs were going unfilled in those mines, and it was showing red, so I needed to reduce the size of the number of iron mines. Basically, I wasted my construction there. That was an idiot thing. But now I'm building them in New York, but because I need to build more stuff in New York, I need to get more construction capacity there, which I know is going to cost me more per week, but it'll build faster, and then, we'll build more. Right? Let's try that. I think it will work. Let's not go with the full 10 amount. We'll just get 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have 10 construction in New York. We'll get. We need to work on the building queue because right now artillery and fertilizer are not the most important. Surely not Arts Academy, but iron mines, yes, they are. So we'll get to working on those and see how it travels there. And Venezuela wants us to invest in them. Okay. Now, I may not have my government investor, but my investors will invest in there, and there's good money in that. All right. Let's hear. Good. We've got the whaling industry, but it shines. That'll get us more fish, right? Okay. Let's take a look at how we're doing diplomatically. We're not improving any. I don't see any relationship improvement, little thumb up by anything that's over 50, so we're okay on that. And yeah, I'm going through Latin America, South America in particular, getting those guys to join my bloc, because if they join my bloc, I'll generate points faster, and if I generate the mandates faster, then I will have more fun stuff that I could do to buff up myself and my block members. And yikes, we're spending 87 per week. This is going to be crazy. But once we stop, we'll make 50, almost 50K a week once we slow down. We still have 3.8 million to go before we hit our debt ceiling. So we're okay. As long as we keep below the debt ceiling, we're fine. Okay, yeah, and we're getting lots of immigration. I mean, lots of immigration. I'm satisfied with that. Oh, gosh, we got this shortage of financial services. Our banking sector here, New York is making 103. Let's take a look at that just to see if we have a good situation there or not. And by the way, here we are at iron mines. We're still not able to fully hire in Pennsylvania, but New York State is doing quite well with that. Okay, we're good there. The financial instruments are a thing with the PEC mod, and I can see that, yes, they're at full blast. Pennsylvania, not so much. So we needed, what, 300 or so more? So I need to build, 311. Yeah. And each one of these will make another 34 per level? Maybe I should change my production method to fractional reserve. That way, it's got green all around for that. So yeah, we're ready for that change. And what if we went with more coins? We get the same dependent and central bank thing. We just use a little less paper and a little more iron. I'm not going to go with that. But by iron, I'm not making iron coins. It's iron, copper, metals like that. Those are generically irons in the game. Non-precious metals that you got to use for industry. But I could still get some more stuff here. Now that it's 50 per level, I could build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go with 7 because it's a nice round number. And we'll hire those guys. I've got more universities there. Look at me, Mom, making now 30 smarts in New York every turn. So we're doing all right there. But because we elected John C. Calhoun for president, I don't like him in history. People are not happy with his government and they're not joining it. And he is, we need to reduce our taxes to make him more popular. And now movement to enact slavery ban organizes in Delaware. Yeah, except y'all can't do it until the guys that are in power now are out of power. Well, let's see here. Either lots more or a little bit less. Let's get a little bit less and just leave that alone there. So we're finishing off the iron here on the build. We're going to get our artillery foundry going, and that'll help us deal with our artillery shortage that we have because we are involved in a war supporting Bolivia. Oh, yeah. By supporting Bolivia, we get a trade deal with them. That's always fun. Oh, gee, Indian stragglers. Guys, I tried this where they said they're free to go or stay, less devastation in the state, and then it resulted in incidents where the white planters came in and sent mobs in, and it was very ugly and shocking. I'm going to have them leave. I don't like that, but that's the legacy of racism. Okay, so our soldiers are helpful to the Bolivians, and we should be able to see, there we go. Let's take a look at that power block, shall we? How we doing? Okay, France made their power block. We've already increased a lot in El Salvador. I'm not doing anything to them. Not doing anything at all, but they're wanting to join, and I will have them join. Costa Rica, nothing there. Honduras, not much there. Venezuela, it's dropping. Okay, we'll have to figure out what we're doing wrong there. But Bolivia, wow, no, they're going down. What about Peru's going up? Okay. Chile, we just started, so they're going up, and Argentina, they're going down. Well, okay, we're not doing a whole lot. We're just making friends with everyone. Except Mexico. Hi, Mexico. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. Yeah. Okay, well, how are we doing here? We've only got $805 in unrealized taxes, part of that due to tax waste, nothing due to uncollected taxes. We have still got some of those timed modifiers here to go. They take way too long. But, oh well. We're growing out our fertilizer plant in Pennsylvania, but the arts academies and banking sectors are increasing in New York because we actually had an art shortage. So, I know. Okay, chemical bleaching. Let's go scroll up here. Glass works. We can go to crystal glass. Nobody cares. They don't want that much glass. Paper mills. We can make more paper that way. 48.7 more papers to be precise. And that'll be good there. Let's check our rural stuff. Do you want to make more sulfur now, guys? Not really. You want to make more lead? Now that we have a munitions industry? No? All right. Y'all can be like that. I'm okay. So yeah, we're going to fill out our banking sector, and we'll have a short break from building because we are now 2 million away from hitting that limit. Yeah, in about 261 weeks. No, 12 weeks. We'll end this here. Actually, it's not going to be 12 weeks, but yeah, because we still have that there. Once these guys are finished, then we'll start having less deficit spending per week. And we can think about what we want to do to get our next phase of the economy taken care of. And what's going on here? The Council of Three Fires. They want to conquer Hudson Bay, and they're going to work on... Okay. Well, I can't really offer support. I could just jump in and say, hey, Hudson Bay, what up, bros? But it's not going to get me much there. I'm okay. Okay. Oh, wait. One possible action here. Oh, we got to finish it off here. It's the Seminole are now on the Trail of Tears. One of the worst parts of American history. I say that, and there really are a lot of really bad parts all through American history. There are good parts as well. There are good people all through American history. And then, yeah, there are the ones where they're not. Okay, before I click on that one there, let me see if I can get Tibetan Expedition, no, Grand Panama, potential journal entries, Manifest Destiny. We've researched nationalism. Okay, so yeah, we'll have that join up in just a little bit here. Looking at military for no particular reason, but maybe, hear me out, what if we went with field works and improved our defense? Could be helpful. And here it comes. Manifest Destiny added to the journal. Okay, first of all, clear these out. New York Metals is losing prosperity. Market access in New York is 98%. Well, we need to build a choo-choo there. Blonk. There we are. And we have a pop-up here. From Sea to Shining Sea.
Since the days of the 13 colonies, the settlers of the United States of America have desired the lands of the West, with complete disregard for their existing inhabitants. Now a justification for the expansion is beginning to emerge in our national consciousness, that of manifest destiny. Proponents of the idea claim that it is not only our right, but our sacred duty to take control of and populate the entirety of the continent.
And then a quote.
Our claim by the right of our manifest destiny is to overspread and to possess the whole of the continent which Providence has given us. It is for the development of the great experiment of liberty and federated self-government entrusted to us.
Yeah, these are some highfalutin notions that basically the American national belief that God gave us this continent, this hemisphere almost. And Europeans looked at that and said, manifest destiny, that's, yeah, come on, man. Come on. You just want a lot of land because there's good stuff out there. Can't blame you for it, but then again, we can. Come on, manifest. Get out of here. Mexico heard that and went, whoa, manifest destiny. Oh, wow. That's our territory you're manifesting your destiny on. And people out in the Pacific didn't know it yet. But once manifest destiny hit from sea to shining sea, it was going to keep on going through the other shining sea and keep. The Philippines are eventually going to get it too. Not everybody was thrilled with the manifest destiny, but I could click on what a preposterous notion, or
the birthday of a new world is at hand,
and manifest destiny will gain influence. This is what's, especially with John C. Calhoun in there, and why. Let's take a look at our government. John C. Calhoun, planter class, slavery, expansion. That's what he's involved in. Can we expand our slavery right now? Well, let's take a look at our state actions. I've got one state I can incorporate. We still got to work on the other ones here, so we need to conquer some more of the West. That'll get us Texas. They even thought they could make 5 states out of Texas. So that's 5 more slave states, and then Oklahoma could be 6, New Mexico 7, Arizona 8, Southern California 9. There we go. That's 9 more, baby. And then surely there's only 9 states worth up here. There we go. So yeah, we will certainly want the manifest destiny with the Southern planter class. They even thought of Yucatan could be a state. Cuba could be a state. Dominican Republic and Haiti could each be states. Puerto Rico could be a state, because these are areas that are conducive to plantation economies, ergo slave economies. They would be slave states. Even though slavery was banned in Mexico, and conquering Yucatan would reintroduce slavery to the region, and even though Haiti was... slavery wasn't just banned, it was the whole reason Haiti was there. It was the product of a successful slave rebellion, and the U.S. would not forgive them for that. Even to this day, the policies that U.S. has towards Haiti are a legacy of that reaction, very negative reaction to their slave rebellion. But I digress. This guy wants manifest destiny, and they're going to make all kinds of speeches, and yes, the birthday of a new world is at hand. And we're going to ask that Mexico hand over a few things. Okay, possible actions. Promote continentalism. He is not a pacifist. He's not an anarchist. He's not a humanitarian. He's not anti-expansionist. Woohoo! We'll do this one here. Some industrialists and petty bourgeoisie will become more radical. And then we'll have the myth of the vanishing Indian. That was basically the idea that, well, with the Indian population declining, they'll eventually vanish and be gone. We've got to take this land over so that way it becomes productive, because, God will punish us if we're not productive or something like that. Anyway, so there's that. And, so what's the progress bar mean here? It tracks the credence of it, which will be determined by our various pro- or anti-expansion conditions. Once our manifest destiny modifier will change its effects based on progress bar, and new opportunities for expansion will present themselves as manifest destiny gains greater influence. Okay, so if we become a major power or a subject of another nation, it's over. And then we just keep the union as it is. But we're going to promote continentalism. There. Oh wow, that progressed. That progressed. And then if we can encourage Western settlement, then we'll have even more stuff. But the planter class has to be not part of the government to encourage that, because that would kind of make a lot of non-slave states happen if we really populated everything. Ooh, unfairly denied entry. I don't want to decrease my authority. Ooh, especially since I can add some more tax here on my budget. I could add the luxury clothes, or hear me out, drop the media tax, yes, then add in the transportation tax, which is more than the cost of the media plus the next 100 luxury clothes. That's good. And then if I reduce these taxes, I know we're still going to run into trouble when we go into full production, but we're not in full production right now. So let's enjoy that, have a higher standard of living, and a little bit more legitimacy for the government. That'll be a good thing. Now, for our mandate, are we going to add another external trade? The difference being we unlock influential trade center, and that gets us more migration attraction and more influence. Yes, please. Let's have more migration the easy way. Chunk. Now we got that. Oh, I just want to go straight to it. Where's our trade center? Scroll. And wait, what? Oh, here it is. Influential trade. Yes. Migration attraction right there. That's what happens. And he promotes. Whoa, okay, hold on. He's advanced the cause with the support of the planter class. And we now have the potato blight. I didn't do it. Either we are not combating the potato blight, or we make 100 government expenses per week, and we reduce our problem there. Let's do this. Let's do this one here. But actually, yeah, the potato blight hit was a terrible thing all through Europe. It wasn't just Ireland. Okay, and now we got large numbers of Irish people migrating. Okay, we've had some Indians massacred in Alabama. Oh gosh, if we prosecute, we sorry guys, and enforcing the Monroe doctrine. Ooh, wow. Either one, we're not prepared to enforce it and everybody gets mad, or we have a duty to enforce it, get more influence, more prestige, and we make the Egyptians mad at us. Okay. Well, we have a duty to enforce the Monroe Doctrine. Chunk. There we are. And now we are at war with... Wait, what? Okay, just those guys. Okay. I don't know why the Egyptians got mad, but... All right. Let's send in the Army of Observation. And let's send in the Army of Florida. We have some Indian wars here, sir. And we'll go up here to the Northern Peninsula and give them a... We'll give them what for? And we are Oregon bound! With the opening of the Oregon Trail, great wagon trains have begun to set out west towards a new life in the Columbia District. Over there. The route across the Great Plains and Rockies is treacherous, but supply outposts have begun to crop up along the trail to aid in the hopeful settlers' journey. And in fact, it would follow the Missouri River, and then where the Platte River joined the Missouri River, it would take off on that one there, cross Nebraska, and then into Wyoming, and right at the source of the Platte, which is right near Casper, Wyoming. I've actually taken this trail, followed it all the way up, followed the Platte River from the Missouri to Wyoming. Interesting drive. Then it would go from there, dogleg across some non-rivery areas. You have to find your own water, and then eventually get to the Columbia River system. Then you could follow that into Oregon. Now, the same route was taken by the Mormon settlers in the 1840s, which we're not there just yet, but they would be basically on the other side of the Platte River. Like you have Oregon Trail on the south side, Mormon Trail on the north side, and they would follow each other. And then, oddly enough, the Oregon one would cross over there, and the Mormon Trail would go that way. Mormon Trail would actually finish crossing over Wyoming and then head down into Utah that way. But it was before the days of highways, these became the way to go because you would actually have wagon ruts form various paths along there. Sometimes they would go two abreast, sometimes it was just one, but you could get your wagon into the wagon ruts and have a pretty, well, at least you know that somebody else had been there before. I'm not going to say it was an easy ride at all because it was not. Anyway, Army forts in the West will provide assistance to the pioneers, and we will migrate them to the Columbia District. Or we could make a killing and have the yeoman farmers become more radical, but we get slightly more tax income. But no, no.
We have to do our duty to our nation and not rip them off. Hear, hear.
Okay. And it looks like we've gotten down here to this railway in New York because they are at 98%. And we'd like to do something more about that. We'll wait a little bit for them to finish off that build. Wow, this war is going pretty quickly here as we manifest our destiny. And, oh, wow, we are... I thought we were... no, okay, yeah. We're just making no progress while the war is on. I see, I see. Okay, well, eventually we'll get there. How is there going to be a weekly ticker on this or anything? We'll see here. Bessemer process. We can make more steel that way. Yeah, steel mills, Bessemer process. Oh, look at that productivity. Ha 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 ha! I say, look at that productivity. Bully for them. Bully. Ha ha. And that is how we go there. And now the petite bourgeoisie embrace continentalism. Ha ha. They gained the Empire of Liberty ideology. Okay. They want frontier colony. Well, okay, that means they're in with this then. And it looks like the Hudson Bay Company is going after another group there. The Ojikri. There we go. All right, let's see if there's a ticker on this. 38.4. Is this going up any? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so it's just other events going on. All right. And now we built our railroad in New York. We've got 2 million before we hit our debt ceiling. Let me think. Well, we could let me think some more. And then as I think our debt ceiling increases more and more and we do okay there, or we get to building out some more wheat here and building in areas other than Pennsylvania because we got a desperate need there. It says we have a shortage of 1,000. It's just in the, but this is saying we got 400. Well then, let's take a look here. Let's take a look as we invent rifling. Now these guys are all in the American, well, Hawaiian Islands are in the American market. They don't look like they've got a lot of spare room there. Let's go to our corn farms. Oops, there we go. And Virginia could do with one. I could just click on these one at a time. And let's just get 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, Tennessee's got a lot of people in there. So does Kentucky. But let's just keep going here. Not enough in District of Columbia. We'll take Alabama. We'll take Georgia, North Carolina, New Jersey, West Virginia. Delaware can grow a corn. Mississippi can grow one. Indiana. There's Ohio. And now Missouri. And now Illinois. Iowa. Florida. There we go. How many are we building now? Oh, I can't tell. Let's go to rural. And we've got 18 being built. Okay, well, let's see how that looks. Just, again, trying to get people fed here. While we invite Venezuela to our power block. Hiya, Venezuela. They're in, and they are a minor country. So that's good news there. Okay, no, you're that one. Yeah, here's Venezuela. We don't need to guarantee your independence anymore. So, bye. That's okay, because you're in our block, buddy. And now that he's a block buddy, he is... this should go up here because he is a minor power. Yeah. There it is. There's Venezuela at minor power. And you saw how we went from 36 to 29 months. Looking good, looking good. Wow, Peru. Oh, we're about to get a Peru here. What if we actually worked at it? I'm not doing anything here. If I just guaranteed independence of Peru, just like that, they'd be just thrilled as beans to see us. I don't want to enter into an alliance with Venezuela. I don't need an alliance. I need some other stuff here. Let me just see who else I can guarantee independence for every dang buddy here in South America. Ooh, even Ecuador. Sure. You got some independence. And, ooh, a donation of knowledge. Free university. Taking it. Let's guarantee Costa Rica. Let's guarantee Nicaragua. I could get in trouble if I say Mosquito Kingdom. So let's not. We'll guarantee that one. El Salvador. You're such a cool guy, El Salvador. We'll guarantee yours. Guatemala, you're in. And, hey, I can't guarantee Haiti. Okay. Los Altos, they might get overrun by Mexico, so I won't mention them. And I still have 1,100. I could improve relations with even more of these guys. So Uruguay, Paraguay, got them all niced up. Peru, sure. Ecuador, yeah. Now we're into the little guys, but Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras. I ran out, but once we get up to the 50s here, or these other guys join in with us, then we will take them over. Or, I mean, we'll be cool with that. And once they join our group, we won't have to guarantee their independence or improve relations, and then we can cancel that part and then use it to guarantee or then improve on El Salvador and Guatemala. All right, I can minimize this though, as it's going to be large and in the way. All right, we're going to pay. The other thing by hesitating was that it allowed this investment pool to build up. Okay, and the investment pool will help pay for construction like this 130K per week. Part of that's being covered by the investment pool. But once the investment pool runs out, then I don't have that anymore, and then this weekly loss goes up even more. So I would like to have this work out. And oh no, we've got an issue here in the Caribbean. Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, is wanting to secede from Haiti. Historically, this was a really horrific war. And I could make a protectorate out of Haiti. And then, or I could get a trade agreement with Santo Domingo. Let's go with make a protectorate out of Haiti. Yes, it is 4.3 infamies, but I'm good with that. Why would I make a protectorate out of Haiti? Well, it's because that way we take it under our arm and keep it safe from the French. Because they do have a bit of a grabbiness, shall we say. All right, Peru is at 87%, 88%. Ooh, 89. It keeps going up. I could wait. I don't have to risk it because the number go up. And I'm very happy with that. Okay, and we are finishing off these farms. And we're at 872 now. That's good. Okay. And we're making some money per week. We got 96% chance, 97. Corporate donors in the free pest press. Yeah, they're not a threat. James K. Polk. What does he have to say? He is supporting Manifest Destiny. And the planter class gets more political strength. Okay, well, that's certainly what happened in the pre-Civil War USA. And there we go. We're going to make a protectorate out of Haiti. And Peru is going from 99% to would accept. Confirm. And now Nicaragua is at 55%. Okay, well, while we're doing that, though, let's go to Peru. Yay, they've joined in. We don't need to improve relations with them anymore. And, yep, they're in the treaty. Let's see here. We are... Yes, it was El Salvador and Guatemala. Well, let's improve El Salvador. There we go. And we'll wait for, I think it was Nicaragua, because they are at 55%. There we go. Now, I'm not adding the investment deals directly to everybody, because once I get to the highest level of external trade, whoops, I believe that's going to be where we get the automatic ability to have that investment in every bloc member with a lesser power than we have. Okay. Oh, wow. We're up to 2 now. Uruguay is at 57%. Nicaragua is at 61, 62. We'll let them keep going there. Let it ride. Let it ride. Overly enthusiastic partisans. See here now. That's not how we do things in America. We play things foursquare. All right. But, yeah, this is where we're at a pause again in growing the economy. And now we've got up to 17 million. If I keep, and we only had 13.3 million in debt. So that's nice. We're at 13.9 when we started the last round. If I keep talking and thinking, we're eventually going to have a higher debt or higher room between our debt ceiling. It was 3 million. Now it's 4 million almost. We could build more things and get going better here. As for democratic solidarity, let's add momentum to the Whig Party. And there's a better alternative than the Democrats. They're a pack of miscreants. Yeah. Oh, hey, and speaking of miscreants, we can now improve relations with Guatemala because somebody else got good at it. And, our standard of living is up to 10.3. That could explain why we've diminished in our people who are mad at us number. And he is voted out. Daniel Webster is the new president. Wow. And this guy, old Daniel Webster here, arrogant, imposing, yada, yada. I think he was are they going to say he's an abolitionist? Because I believe he was. Okay, well, still. It says moderate, but and I know. He was. Yeah, we got to get rid of the planter class and the yeoman farmers and bring in instead the Whig Party. And we will confirm that. That went away. And now our gag rule. It will fail because the planter class is not part of government and our legitimacy is over 51. The nation is not divided. Do we have a political solution? How could that be? Oh my gosh. Okay, I know I've gone on long, but this is good history here. There were Southern senators who, over time, questioned the institution of slavery. The whole idea of the Senate was that you would have an equal number of slave states and an equal number of free states, not because the free states were worried about power. It was because the slave states were. They did not want to have more free state votes than slave state votes. They wanted every vote on slavery to be split 50-50 down the middle, and then the deciding vote would be cast by the vice president, who, under their political arrangements, would be a slave state or sympathizer. Well, he only casts the vote if there's a tie. What would happen if one of those pro-slavery senators had a come-to-Jesus moment? That is, he converted. They're all Christian over here, so it's okay for them to have a come-to-Jesus moment, and decided that slavery was wrong. That happened to the guy who's famous for saying, "Go west, young man." Oh, darn, now I'm blanking out on his name, but he was a Missouri senator. Oh, gosh, you'll make the comments in the comments there. But anyway, the guy just woke up one day and said, slavery is wrong. What am I doing? What am I doing here? So he started voting. He started speaking out against it, and he was voting against pro-slavery measures. And that meant instead of it being split 50-50, it was split 54%, 46%. Oh no! Oh no! They didn't have a 2/3 majority, but they did have enough to pass these measures. Thomas Hart Benton, that's his name. Thomas Hart Benton. Stop typing in the comments. Thomas Hart Benton was the Missouri senator. Now, anyway, there was a slavery bill in the Senate, and he was delivering this huge speech against it, and he was saying all kinds of stuff about it. And one of the senators from Tennessee was very concerned about this because he did not want there to be a civil war. Now, this is around 1850. Obviously, 1844 is a bit early in the game for that kind of thing, but things can be different in this game. Anyway, but this senator from Tennessee was very concerned because if Benton kept going and actually defeated this, he knew there was talk of secession already in the southern states. It's like 1849, 1850. And so he pulled out a pistol and pointed it at Benton so as to fire and possibly kill him. Now, his fellow senators took him down, pulled the gun away, and did not allow that to happen. Had he fired, had he hit Benton, he could have killed the guy. He would have been removed from office because congressional immunity doesn't cover murder on the Senate floor. It does not. You're not immune from that. And as it so turned out, Benton shut up once the gun was pointed at him. And there was outrage all through the North, like, oh my gosh, the Southern violence. But they didn't realize that it was actually not pro-slavery violence, but pro-union violence. Because at the Nashville Convention months later, this senator who was going to shoot Benton spoke eloquently in favor of remaining in the Union. And the resolution of the Nashville Convention was for the southern states to stay in the Union. Bit of history there. But if this is going to happen, though, like I said, if suddenly someone from the slave states has decided, what are we doing? This is wrong. We can't do this anymore. That would remove the gag rule and would allow the bills to be introduced. And that could push the whole situation towards secession. Ooh. Well then, we'll have to deal with that in the next episode.